Can breathe fine. Can breathe fine. Can breathe fine. Can breathe fine. My lungs are being damaged. I'm suffocating. My oxygen is being depleted. I'm being poisoned by CO2. I'm reinfecting myself. Oppression! Hey there guys, welcome to EmKay. My name's Jack, the voice that claps back, and today we're looking at a bit of facepalm. So yeah, get those foreheads ready. Let's go! The president and his allies are now accusing doctors and nurses who are treating COVID and watching their patients suffer and die of lying about its severity to hurt the president in the election. This is the dumbest freaking thing I've ever heard. Well no, this makes total sense. As we all know, all doctors have severe political affiliations. Also, to try and flip the story on its head like this, I mean, I guess it's the only thing you can resort to when extremely intelligent people are saying that you are an idiot.
Oh, it's just because they're against me.
Says a lot about someone's character when their immediate reaction to criticism is accusation. Ooh, this is America. Like, you don't even need to see anything. It's more so what's not there that helps you realize this is America. I'll give you a hint. It's the lack of face protection. I mean, just wow. This photo is like some sort of Renaissance painting, honestly. This belongs in a Renaissance museum. When COVID hit New Zealand, the government said, everybody, no going to work for 2 weeks. There's 7K in your bank account we added. That's how they started. Day 1. Now they don't have COVID. We can't imagine doing that, so here we are. And you're the better for it. Ugh, New Zealand, they're just a small country. We bigger countries have such a huge economy that needs to keep going. We couldn't possibly stop for 2 whole weeks just to stop a silly virus. Even though it's a fact that's actually been costing owners a lot more money to keep everything open than to actually shut it down for 2 weeks.
But that's just a political opinion.
Cousin tested positive for COVID and she came to our house just to say that. Surprise! This is what you get for not paying me back earlier! I just realized Atlanta is spelt the same forward and backwards. Maybe they do need to reopen the schools. If you're wearing a mask, why would you care if I'm not? Your mask works, right?
If you're sober, why would you care if I was driving drunk? Your seatbelt and airbags work, right?
I challenge any game maker to come up with a game that rewards kids to be empathetic to situations involving other players and game characters and rewards them for kind gestures and behaviors, and also positively reinforces kindness, politeness, and constructively can problem solve. I don't think they'll ever achieve that. They're just too Journey, Undertale, Stardew Valley, the entire Fallout series, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, the vast majority of role-playing games made by BioWare. Would you like recommendations? I can keep going, Penny. We can find one to suit your taste, I'm sure. We have heard your complaints about the mandated face mask requirements in businesses around the city. We wouldn't want you to think we aren't listening, so we would like to formally make an official statement regarding the city's stance on the issue. We literally do not care what you think. Thanks.
Pretty tacky, city of Tuscaloosa. I'll remember that when I choose where to spend my money.
You won't be spending your money here anyways if you don't wear a mask. Karen. Bakery.
We refuse to serve gay people.
Conservatives.
That is their right.
Bakery.
We refuse to serve anyone not wearing a mask.
Conservatives.
You're violating our rights!
Should gamers be put on a watch list similar to that of terrorists and criminals? This looks like a lose-lose situation to vote in. Something tells me this poll has a tiny bit of agenda behind it. We saw Pokemon Go as a teachable moment for how people should treat real animals. Kidnapping them and forcing them to fight?
Yeah, wait, what the hell, Peter?
You literally made a campaign like years ago advocating against Pokemon in general, saying it was all about poaching and forcing animals to fight against their will. The heck is with this backflip of a stance? You can't just change your law like that. What are you, some strict religion trying to appease more to the modern generation? I mean, honestly, I guess you kind of are.
I'm cancer-free!
How the frick do you change a zodiac sign? I am literally so freaking stupid, my freaking god. Never mind, forgive me. You know what? I will. Because you noticed your mistake. A guy once told my lesbian friend that being a lesbian is a huge turnoff for guys and that she'll never find a boyfriend. No way. No way is this true. Seriously? Are there seriously guys like this out there? And we wonder why men are hated. The Daily Caller. Millennials are so helpless, they're taking adulting classes to learn how to do things like sew a button. Oh my god, I can't English. You had a few typos. I fixed it. Millennials are so motivated, they're taking classes to learn the skills older generations failed to teach them. But of course, that's just a theory. A game theory. United Health Group posted $6.6 billion of profit in its COVID quarter. That obliterated Wall Street's projections and was by far the healthcare giant's most profitable quarter ever. Gee, I wonder why. Over 100,000 Americans are dead, and Congress won't extend Medicare to the unemployed because it's too busy protecting a corporate system that makes pandemics insanely profitable for Wall Street. This is what capitalist healthcare looks like, and it's wrong. People shouldn't die for profit. As someone on the other side of the ocean, and currently in a country that allows Medicare and is at least somewhat affordable, I can confidently say, why the hell have you guys not started it yet? Seriously. Breaking news. White House on Trump's push to reopen schools. The science should not stand in the way of this. Okay, my Prime Minister Scott Morrison, or ScoMo as we like to call him, said something along the same lines, but he didn't say science should not stand in the way of this. He said something more of the lines of, your kids should get their education regardless, and that it's a fundamental part of their growing up and experiences, blah, 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 blah. You know, he at least had a moral twist on it. He didn't just say no to the science. Oh my god, come on, guys. To be fair, I still disagreed with that logic, but at least he had a moral reason to go with rather than just ignoring science entirely. But I mean, hey, science also says climate change is a thing, and we all know the reality of that. Sarcasm. The bitter almond tree was banned in America in 1995 because it's the highest source of B17, which prevents and treats cancer. Still trust your government? Now see, you can trust this as absolute truth because there's a still image of a comedian in black and white saying it. This isn't true at all. They aren't banned. The sale is regulated because they contain a fairly high level of cyanide. A thing that can kill you. Fun fact too, a lot of apple seeds actually contain cyanide in them, so if you eat too many apple seeds, you actually can die. And in case you are curious, yes, cyanide is an extremely painful thing to die from. Don't be curious. Hello, I don't want to make it a big deal, but why did you unfollow me? So sorry if posting something that offended you, because you unfollowed me. Oh, well, if I follow you back, will you follow me back? Respectfully. What the frick is wrong with you? Oh, you can no longer send direct messages. How dare you make me confront my insecurities? Also, what the hell are you doing talking to each other at 4:30 in the morning? Seriously, sleep! Hey, here's Trump loving the look of some delicious nibblies. Just promoting a product here really casually. Oh, but what is this? Some dollar symbol sign thing. Use of public office for private gain. An employee shall not use his public office for his own private gain, or for the endorsement of any product, service, or enterprise. The thing he's literally doing in the photo right now, basically. Seriously, DT, bro, how do you keep doing this to yourself? At this point, I reckon he's just trying to see what he can get away with. Surely he would have looked this kind of thing up before doing it, unless he just didn't care. I don't know, I'm not implying anything. The temperature in those stores is atrocious. There is no air circulation whatsoever. No way in hell can anybody be in there with a mask on. Funny, I am an old lady with asthma, and I can wear one in stores with no problem. Yeah, it gets a little hot sometimes, but I would rather be a little uncomfortable than end up with a tube shoved down my throat or make another one sick. Funny how a short old woman can wear a mask and leave her home without a gun, but big strong man cry about having to wear one and need a gun to go to Subway. Damn, Grandma! For someone who doesn't carry around a gun, you sure know how to fire some shots! Alert! The Obama administration secretly installed cameras in all public places. They're tracking people with facial recognition software. Wear a mask that covers your mouth and nose so the software can't identify you. Yes! It's coming to that point in society where we literally need to make conspiracy theories to educate and encourage people to do the right thing. What the hell is wrong with the world? In case you haven't noticed, you've fallen right into my trap. My son hangs out with an autistic kid sometimes, and I don't want him to start taking after him and becoming autistic. How can I nip this problem in the bud? As someone whose mother works with children with autism and other mental difficulties, I hate you so much for your ignorance. I suggest you have a strong discussion with your child's other parent and suggest that they do the parenting from now on, as you sound like a moron. Autism is not contagious, but I'm afraid stupidity is, so please stop spreading yours. I've always hated the idea of people going on about, and everyone clapped and that kind of stuff, but Friends, I am desperate here. I am a newly non-vaccinator, and I want to write about vaccination dangers for my final thesis in college. However, I have to use scholarly journals as my sources. When I search deep into GSU's library, every article seems to be pro-vax and nothing supporting my argument. Does anyone have some scholarly docs that I can use to prove my point effectively? Thank you all. The fact that you cannot find any journals to back up your viewpoint may suggest you need to reassess your viewpoint. Yes, stop thinking that your information is being censored from the world. It's not. It's just been proven wrong. That's why no one's written about it. Oh, but this person wrote about it. And I can guarantee they were immediately refuted with other better science, so shut up. On Wednesday, I took a COVID test. Results came back negative, but I just sneezed and this came out of my nose. Next time, make it look like it's on the finger, not floating. Oh, you've been hit by, you've been struck by a Photoshop professional. When asked yesterday, what will be done of COVID outbreaks in schools, Betsy DeVos answered, you can't plan for something that hasn't happened yet. Oh my god, did you not know what the word plan means? Oh, wow. Remember when Republicans lost their minds over this? This guy's selling beans on the Resolute desk. Didn't know a bunch of Republicans were getting up and antsy about him having his feet on the desk there, but also not surprised. And look, I know we seem to bag on Donald Trump a lot with all these facepalms, but I mean, there's just so much content to facepalm about him, okay? It's not me. He's just walking around with a sign saying kick me on his back, and I have to, okay? I have to. Upon arriving to help get my keys out of my car, the AAA guy locked his keys in his car and had to call AAA. Now see, what you do is gather all the unlucky charms you can assemble and find. Then get your keys locked in your car and just leave all those unlucky charms around the house and nearby along the street and such, so every AAA guy who comes by accidentally keeps locking their keys in the car. And then before you know it, you've got a conga line of AAA. You just walk down the street and it's all just If we all just switch to cursive and stick-shift cars, we could cripple an entire generation. Like 80% of people in my generation know how to drive stick, but okay. I love how you talk smack about a generation you raised like it's their fault and not yours. One time this dude was being stupid, so I said, well, you can't spell stupid without you. And he got really angry and shouted, well, there's an I in stupid too. Oh man, I wish I could have been there to experience his reaction of realizing that. Congratulations, you played yourself. Exactly, Khaled. Exactly. Create a problem, sell a solution. See, this is exactly why I hate Apple. I'm sorry, I'm that person. I will not agree with Apple. Yeah, successful company, all that stuff. They actually got a good phone, blah, blah, blah. But just the way they do this kind of stuff here. And the worst part is they only get away with it because they know they can. They're like a little sibling who always cries and blames you for stuff that you didn't actually do, but your parents take their side because they don't believe you. Yes, for some reason I relate to Apple as a younger sibling. After repeating 6 times that I want to cancel my Comcast Xfinity, I finally figured out how to get them to stop arguing and actually do what I asked repeatedly for them to do. Happy about the service, so we can resolve this for you. I am going to prison. Sorry to hear about that. Let me go ahead and process the cancellation for you. Success! Well, there you have it, folks. If you ever need to cancel something, just let them know you're going to jail. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. From Amtrak, California, a train company place. Okay, with all due respect, this is terrible advice for trains. This might be the dumbest freaking thing I've ever heard. Governor Mike Parson.
These kids have got to get back to school, and if they do get COVID-19, which they will, and they will when they go to school, they're not going to the hospitals, they're going to go home, and they're going to get over it.
Oh, wow. Wow. Are you... Okay, oh, he's a governor. And look at that face. He's just like,
yeah, that was logical.
ugh, no wonder America's hit the pits. Scotland is better than Wales. Scotland doesn't have its own language. Scotland has its own language. Scottish Gaelic, aka Scottish. I swear your brain's so hollow I could turn it into a bagpipe. Hello, Internet. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? 3 years ago, a cute guy I worked with wanted to give me a fist bump. I thought he was pretending to hold an invisible microphone, so I leaned forward and said hello. Okay, no, hold up. I would absolutely love it if someone responded to my fist bump like this. That is... it's so weird and just a different take on what I was offering. I would have... Oh my god, you would have made my heart melt. Ivanka has some advice for unemployed workers. Just find a new job. Oh, of course. It's so simple. Rest easy now, everyone. It is time for a classic, more relaxing and joyful facepalm. The classic kid falling over face first, sniffing flowers. Beautiful. A nice break from all the stupidity of adults. You go, little girl. You stuff your face in those flowers. Okay, but what if she wasn't actually falling over? What if she just genuinely loved the smell so much she just dived straight head first? And today's fan art showcase is Mr. P. EmKay as Bill Cipher. Yes! Oh my god, I love Gravity Falls. It's not the best, but it's decent in my opinion. I think so too. I think it's really good. Man, I haven't watched that show in ages. I need to go for a rerun. Well, everybody, that does us for another bit of EmKay today. I apologize completely for ruining your day with any of this content that was too just frustrating to deal with. Don't worry, we're in the same boat. But if in a weird way you found all the terrible things in today's video quite entertaining, please give the video a like to show your support. And as always, subscribe if you have not yet and click the notification bell so you're always updated on the latest videos. While you're at it, why not check out some other videos on the channel? But with all that said, it is my time to scoot off now, so I will say farewell to you. You are an amazing person, as always. Thank you so much for watching. My name's been Jack. Bye-bye.